Hello and welcome to the AI with Arun show. If you've been following healthcare news, you might think the future of medicine is all about robots replacing humans. But the truth is actually much more interesting and hopeful. In this episode, we are looking at the state of nursing and AI. We're going to cover how AI is predicting heart attacks hours before they happen, how invisible scribes are stopping nurse burnout, and why robots might actually be a nurse's best friend. Whether you are a nursing student, a tech enthusiast, or just someone who cares about the future of healthcare, this is what you need to know. Let's get into it. So why is this explosion of AI happening right now? It's not just because the tech is cool. It's because we are in a crisis. As of early 2026, we are facing three massive pressures. First, we have a severe nursing shortage. There simply aren't enough hands. Second, patients are sicker than ever before. They need more complex care. And third, the technology finally works reliably. For years, we treated healthcare problems reactively, waiting for something to go wrong, then fixing it. But AI is flipping that script. We are moving to a proactive system. This means using data to stop problems before they start. The goal isn't to replace nurses, it's to build a safety net around them so they can focus on what matters, the patient. Let's break down the buzzwords. You hear a lot of jargon, but in nursing, AI really falls into 5 clear buckets. First, machine learning. Think of this as a super detective that looks at millions of patient records to find patterns a human would miss, like predicting if a patient is about to fall. Second is natural language processing, or NLP. This is the tech that allows computers to understand human speech. It's what powers the smart scribes we'll talk about in a minute. Third, robotic process automation. This is the boring but essential stuff, automating billing and supply ordering so nurses don't have to be delivery drivers. Fourth is computer vision. This uses cameras to see if a patient is in trouble, like if a wound is getting worse, or if someone is trying to get out of bed unsafe. And finally, ambient intelligence. This is where the room itself becomes smart, with sensors in the background constantly checking for safety. Now let's look at the biggest game changer, fighting burnout. Did you know that before these tools, nurses spent about 18% of their shift, over 2 hours, just typing into a computer? That is exhausting, and takes them away from patients. Enter the ambient scribe. Tools like Abridge or Aiva listen to the conversation between the nurse and patient. They automatically write the medical notes, fill in the charts, and even record vitals just by hearing you say them. The results are incredible. Studies at Yale and UW Health showed that in just 30 days, nurse burnout dropped from about 52% to 38%. It saved huge amounts of time, up to 81% on some tasks. Imagine getting 2 hours of your day back. That is what this tech does. Burnout is one thing, but what about saving lives? Let's talk about sepsis. This is a life-threatening infection that moves fast. Traditionally, we used basic checklists to spot it, but they were often too slow or inaccurate. New AI models are different. They look at everything: blood pressure, lab results, history, all at once. They can predict sepsis up to 12 hours before a doctor or nurse might see the physical signs. There is also a fascinating system called concern. It actually analyzes the nurse's behavior. If a nurse starts checking a chart more often or holds back a medication, the AI realizes the nurse is worried and flags the patient as high risk. It's using the nurse's intuition as data. In trials, this system reduced hospital deaths by 1/3. That is the power of human and machine working together. One of the most dangerous things in a hospital is a patient falling. For decades, we used simple paper checklists to guess who might fall. They weren't very good. Today, AI gives us real-time risk scores. It combines vital signs with data on how the patient is moving, their activities of daily living. If a patient who is weak starts trying to sit up, the AI knows instantly. These models are achieving accuracy rates of over 90%, way better than the old methods. This allows nurses to get to the room before the fall happens, rather than running in after the alarm goes off. Let's talk hardware. Nursing is physically hard work. Back injuries are a huge career ender. Robots are stepping in to help with the heavy lifting, literally. First, we have logistics robots like Moxi. These little droids run around fetching labs and supplies. At Cedars-Sinai Hospital, Moxi saved nurses from walking 300 miles in just a few weeks. That's 300 miles of energy saved for patient care. Then we have exoskeletons, like the Abridge. These are wearable suits that give nurses super strength, providing up to 84 pounds of lifting support. It's not about replacing the nurse. It's about protecting their body so they can have a long, healthy career. So how do we train nurses for this high-tech world? Education is changing completely. We now have virtual patients powered by AI. Students can put on a VR headset and talk to a virtual patient who reacts with real emotions. They can practice difficult conversations or make mistakes in a safe environment before they ever touch a real person. We also use computer vision to grade skills. If a student is practicing stitches, a camera watches and gives instant feedback on their technique. The goal is to create innovation-ready nurses who aren't afraid of AI, but know how to control it. With all this tech, we have to ask, Is it ethical? The Nursing Code of Ethics has actually been updated to address this. The golden rule is that AI is an adjunct, it's a helper, never a replacement. There are 3 big ethical rules we follow now. 1. Human touch. We must use the time we save for emotional support, not just more paperwork. 2. Bias. Nurses have to watch out for AI that might be biased against certain groups of people. 3. Accountability. If the AI makes a suggestion, the nurse is still the one responsible for the decision. You can't blame the algorithm. This isn't just theory. It's happening at the biggest hospitals in the world. Kaiser Permanente is using AI to make care more equitable. Mayo Clinic uses AI to spot heart problems that human eyes miss on ECGs, improving detection by 32%. And look at UC Health in California. They have a system where frontline nurses actually vote on new AI tools. If the nurses don't think it's safe or helpful, they don't use it. This ensures the tech actually serves the people doing the work. To wrap up, where are we going next? By 2026 and beyond, we are looking at agentic AI. This means systems that don't just beep at you, but actually help coordinate care teams and suggest plans. But the ultimate goal, and the most important thing for you to take away, is the rehumanized bedside. For a long time, technology pushed nurses away from patients and onto computers. AI is finally reversing that. It handles the data so the nurse can handle the human. The future isn't about the machine. It's about the return of joy and connection to the practice of nursing. Thanks for watching. Please consider joining us a member and support our work. If you found this valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to the AI with Arun show for more deep dives into the future of healthcare.